Good morning everybody, this is Vibhor here. Welcome back to my channel. Now in this video, let's discuss sync versus a backup. I'll tell you what's the difference between a sync and why you should actually consider having a dedicated backup for everything that you have. I will also show you my backup strategy, what I use to backup all the computers and all the systems that I have, and how I use different technologies to do sync as well as backup in my workflow. Let's get started. So guys, let's first discuss what is sync. Now on the screen, what you can see right now is this is the web version of my Google Drive, and on the other side is the local version of my Google Drive. So local version in a sense that these are the downloaded files on my computer, and these are exactly the replica of what I have on the Google Drive. Now what people generally do is they set up a Google Drive on their desktop computer, and from there everything that is there on the desktop which they want to save, they do a sync to the Google Drive and they think that everything has been backed up. Now the problem with that strategy is, say if I delete this file by mistake, I moved it to my bin. Now what happened is this is deleted from my computer, and at the same time through the synchronization this has gone away from the Google Drive on the web as well. So you have no ways to get this file back after probably 30 days. For some time you'll still have this in your Google Drive bin. Now say I have already emptied this bin as well. Now I don't have any ways to get this file back on my Google Drive. So guys, that is what sync does. It will keep a synchronization in all your platforms, your online files, your local files, your files in all the computers and systems. Now I've got Google Drive over here. I've got Google Drive on 5 other of my computers. If from any of the computer I delete a particular file, that will be deleted from everywhere else and all other computers. So that essentially is synchronization. Now I use synchronization for having data across all my systems, and I can pick up data from any system and can start working over there. Also, if you want collaborative features, synchronization is a very good option for you, but do not rely on synchronization as a backup. Now what is a backup? Now guys, let's talk about my backup strategy. Now I have got so many files downloaded right now. Say I've got this credit card statement over here, which by mistake I deleted. Now I have not entered this credit card statement into my accounting software yet, and I want it back. How can I do that? So all my computer systems are backed up through Time Machine. That's my level 1 backup. So we can enter the Time Machine over here. Once I enter the Time Machine, I can go back in time. Over here I'll go to yesterday at around 1 p.m. Over there I can see that there is a credit card statement over there, because every day it does a backup, and from there I can do a restore. And bam, there I have the credit card statement back on my device. So guys, when you do a backup of your files, it would create the version history. Whatever changes you have done, you can go back and restore. Depends on what kind of backup you use. Now for all my computers, on my Mac computer especially, I use Time Machine backup. All this backup is done on my NAS server. Now this is just the backup of the data that I am currently using on my system, which would be limited data, but essentially I do not keep my long-term data on any of my computer systems. Everything is stored on the NAS servers at my home. Now this is the screen of my NAS server. Everything is stored in different drives that I have created over here. So what happens if I delete something by mistake from my NAS itself? Do I back up my NAS? Now my NAS has got a RAID technology. That means if one of the drives fail, that's fine. I can take the drive off, put a new drive, and all my data would be restored. But what if I delete something on my NAS and after a month or so I realize I want that back? How do I do that? Now for that also I use a backup, that's hyper backup on my NAS. That backup also I've got 2 levels of backup. Yes, I do have 2 levels of backup even on my NAS. Number 1 is the local backup. So there's a external hard drive attached physically to my NAS server over here. What I've thought is like my NAS has got probably around 7 terabyte of data. Majority of that are movies and downloaded stuff, which I don't care much about. But there are some things like my documents, my memories, my past probably 15 years of photographs. So the entire stuff, approximately 200 GB, is essential to me. So I have got a 1 terabyte of drive attached to the NAS. Every night a backup happens. I can go into the version history, and these are all the backups that are happening every night, 3 o'clock, to my external drive. Whenever I have deleted something and I want to restore that, I can just go to the restore manager and it will have all the files that have been backed up. So if this bank query credit file, whatever that is, my wife was working on that, if that gets deleted today and she wants it, she can go anywhere in the past, find that file, click on it and restore it back to the NAS. Now next question, what if the physical drive gets stolen? What about that? If a thief comes to my house and picks up my NAS, takes it away, and also takes the physical drive which is attached to the NAS, well then I have got a OneDrive backup, and this is not a sync, this is actually a backup. So if I go over here on the backup explorer, so all the essential things for me which are really important to me, they get uploaded to the NAS servers every Saturday. So I've set it up to upload every Saturday. So next Saturday, whatever changes has happened in the last 1 week, they will be uploaded to OneDrive. And if this NAS is stolen, I get my another NAS or probably a local drive, I can restore it from my OneDrive. So guys, hope I have made clear that what's the difference between a sync and a backup. A sync is essentially used when you want to sync different devices and you want to use your same files, same data across multiple devices. You would use sync. Also for collaborative purposes, if multiple people are using the same files, sync is a very good option. Sync should not be used as a backup. For backup, you should have some dedicated backup. There are multiple drives available online. Cloud storages are very cheap, or if you can maintain multiple hard drives at home and do a physical backup on external drives. External drives are very cheap these days. I use the cloud storage. OneDrive is $99 per year with the entire suite of Microsoft applications, and it gives you a 1 terabyte of storage space online. I personally use OneDrive because my data for online storage roughly I use is like 100 to 150 GBs, which is fine, and OneDrive just serves the purpose, and it's like an insurance policy for me. If something bad happens on my NAS drive over here, I can restore everything from the OneDrive. So that's how I use the sync and backup side by side to each other to get the maximum benefit for my productive work environment. Let me know in the comment section below if you know some other options and what are the options that you use personally to backup or sync your devices. If you got something nice from this video, guys, please do consider subscribing. I'll see you again in my next video. Ciao.